World Press Freedom Day is observed annually to raise awareness of the difficulties faced by journalists and the tasks they perform to maintain the smooth flow of information. This year, the United Nations has chosen to highlight the challenges faced while covering the global environmental crisis. Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister Communications, Symon De Nobriga, said the press plays a key role in the climate change conversation.
I think that is a massive requirement for press to take the lead here as a stakeholder, as they should, informing the population, carrying the very important news in and around environmental changes, but also what we can do, and also to be a source of truth.
He's urging journalists to continue to be the source of accurate information for the population.
So yes, there is always a room for improvement. There is always a room to ensure that information gets to the public and to the press faster, but from a governmental perspective, we can't sacrifice truth for the sake of time. Yes. I know we live in a time now where everybody wants to be first, but it is more important to be right.
State media, he said, continues to lead the way in this regard.
TTT as state media continues to be at the vanguard of that, and I continue to be a supporter of a state media that continues to carry a balanced news product that informs not just the population now, but adds to our national conversation.
When asked about government support to the press through legislation, Minister De Nobriga said issues regarding the press and legislative changes aren't always easy.
Because press freedom, freedom of the press, freedom of speech, these are inherent rights. They're entrenched in our democracy, entrenched in our constitution. So while I am not saying that one of the solutions may be legislative, but anything that deals with a legislative solution must be centered around how do we address the purposeful creation and spreading of fake news.
He shared how the legislative process to continue having a free press would have to be approached.
Anything that speaks to that can only come at the end of widespread consultation and conversations with stakeholders, inclusive of media and the wider population, who are all stakeholders in this. In terms of what the government is doing right now, I genuinely believe that the government is doing a good job of access to information.
The purpose of World Press Freedom Day is to guarantee that the general public has access to information and that the government respects the people's right to free speech. Mahalia Joseph-Wharton, TTT News.